Okay. Hey, good day. Good day. My name is James Keys, and I am with Central State University. I am a family and consumer sciences educator, an interim REA, and I cover the Southern Ohio region. So Central State is an 1890 land grant university, and we cover the whole state of Ohio. And today I am here to speak to you on behalf of the North Central Region Agent Network. And we are here to discuss participating in activities that you enjoy as you age. But before I get into my presentation, I'd like to just share a little bit about NCRAN and what we do. So NCRAN is the North Central Region Agent Network. We are a collaboration of extension professionals that are dedicated to improving the health and well-being of adults in their later lives, through science-based strategies. We are collaborating so that we can enhance our knowledge and others' knowledge on aging topics. We want to pool our resources together so that we can become more knowledgeable and that we can become an educator resource. So as educators are out speaking with their populations within the aging community, they have more tools and resources in their toolbox. This is happening through our webinars, through blogs, through programs that we offer, through resources that we provide, and then meetings that we have. You can find some of our past productions at our website, which is ncran.org, ncran.org is the website. So with that, let's jump into our presentation today around participating in activities you enjoy as you age. So when you look at what we're talking about participating. We're talking about doing things that you enjoy. We're talking about as a person age, things change. So today our overview is going to cover keeping your health top in mind, things you can do that can address your health. We're going to talk about the distractions to good health. There are a lot of things that get in the way. So we're trying to figure out, what are those? We're going to address the benefits to a healthy lifestyle and healthy, active lifestyle. So we want you to be healthy, but we also want you to be active. And then discuss opportunities for engaging in activities like what is it out there? What can you do? What can you get involved in that's going to help with that healthy and active lifestyle? We're going to share some of the programs that we have for seniors. And then we're going to close it out and give you some tips to help the senior population stay more motivated. So as you age, you can look at the image on the right. We want to live a healthy life. And when I talk about healthy, we want to talk about good. So what are the good things for us, right? So we want to eat healthy. We want to make good, healthy food choices. So there's a lot of choices out there for us to eat. We all know that. But what is the good stuff? What is the good food? Why do we want to eat healthy? We want to talk about getting good sleep, right? Going to bed on time. We want to make sure that you're getting that 6 or 8 hours per night, because good sleep is allow you to wake up the next morning and be fresh and be ready to go and get your day started. We're going to discuss, not smoking and eliminating drugs and alcohol. Sometimes those things are kind of lower your inhibitions, and we want you to stay up. We want you to be positive. We want you to be energetic. So we want to talk to you about that. And then if you're not currently in that state, then we have opportunities for you or just information for you as well to kind of help you get down that road. Taking your medications as prescribed. As we age, our medical professionals, they will like to give us prescriptions that we need to take. So whatever you're taking, whatever med you're taking, now we want to make sure that you're taking those as prescribed so that you can get the results that you're looking for, that the doctor, the medical physician has prescribed for you. We want to talk to you about exercising, right? So exercising as you age. getting out and moving, 5 days a week, 30 minutes a day. And it doesn't have to be a straight 30. It could be 10, 10, 10, but we want to making sure that you are exercising, and that's going to help you reduce your stress. And we want to talk to you about socializing, getting out of your house, getting out of your apartment, and getting around different people. We learn more. I've been talking to a lot of youth, and we're having youth come into some senior homes, nursing homes, so that we can engage in a different population. And then we also want to make sure that we're drinking plenty of water. Plenty of water. Water is good for our system. Water before meals, water when you wake up, water before you go to bed. Just drink plenty of water to keep your system good and flush. So as you age, these are things that can help you keep your health and wellness top in mind, because if we're healthy and we feel good, then we're more likely to go out and engage and do those social activities that we're going to talk about. So things that might get in the way, right? What might get in the way? And what I mean by get in the way, they may become distractions. Distractions that slow you down, or distractions that stop you, or things happen in our lives, and then sometimes we call them a distraction or a hurdle because we have to get over them or we have to get through them. So when we're speaking of that, think about spending more time alone. So that's what happens, right? So we may have had, maybe we lost a spouse. Maybe our kids have now graduated from school, or now in school, and now you as a grandparent, you're not watching your kids as much. So that time that you were watching them, now you're spending that time alone. That leads to like social isolation, because you may have been spending 4 or 5 hours a day, or maybe longer, watching your kids or grandkids. You may have been spending that time with a spouse, and now we don't have that. So a lot of times we get into a point of social isolation. So how can we address that? Health conditions. Sometimes our health slows us down. I know my mom is a little bit challenged with 2 knee replacements. So she's not as agile, and she's not getting out as much. So when we think about our health conditions, we want to make sure, like on slide 1, if we kind of keep ourselves in the healthy mindset and do, as much as we can correctly, then our health is going to be in a better position. But everybody's health is not like that, I know. So our health could slow us down. So how do we get our health on track so it can then speed us up and then help us get out? Depression. So depression comes in various ways, right? There could be different things that go on in your life, in your household. Could be a loss of someone. It could be a loss of a job. It could be just a loss of an opportunity. It could be kids moving away. So how do we keep you upbeat, and then not having depression? Anxiety can get there, right? Sometimes it's like emotional roller coaster. So sometimes we're up and then things happen, and sometimes we're down. Maybe we're good when we're around other people, but when that time comes to an end and we have to go back home to our apartment, to our house, then things kind of change. So anxiety up and down is kind of there. And then your self-esteem. So if you're not doing anything, it kind of lowers your self-esteem. So we want to build you up. We want to get you going. We want you to have a positive lifestyle so that we can move things forward. And then you'll feel healthier, you'll feel better, you'll be wanting to get around your grandchildren, your children, your friends, your colleagues. You will want to go out and do things. You may be encouraging enough to help other people just have a healthier, better lifestyle. So as we think about what are the benefits, right? So benefits, things that help you, things that increase, things that allow you to have a healthy and an active lifestyle. Well, think about this. Maintain your well-being and independence as you age. I just heard the other day where a lady was willing to help an older person, and she was like, "Honey, I got this. I can do this. I don't need your help." And that was when I heard that, I just smiled, and I was like, that's what I'm talking about right there. So maintaining your well-being and independence. It's like still driving, right? You may drive a little bit slower, but you're more cautious. So you're still out there doing that. You're out, maybe you're getting out for a walk. you're doing your grocery shopping. It's just, maintaining your independence as you age by having a healthy, active lifestyle. I visit the YMCA pretty much 3 or 4 times a week. And when I go there in the morning early, usually our older generation is there. I get a lot of wisdom from our older generation. And it sharpens your mind, spirit, and body, right? Just getting up, active lifestyle, getting out, whether you're exercising or whether you're just out socializing, whether you're sitting at the Y or sitting at the coffee shop or sitting at the nursing home or sitting at your in your office or wherever you may be, just having a discussion kind of keeps you sharp. My grandmother used to do a lot of word finds because that kept her sharp. Hey, her dexterity with her hands, as well as had her thinking about the words in the circle. So she would do those all the times, and it really, really, really helped her. You're less likely to develop certain diseases. Why? Because you have an active lifestyle, because you're beating a lot of things that come in from a sedentary lifestyle. So if you're up and you're moving, you're getting out and about, you're more likely to have a very, not saying you're going to eliminate them, but you're less likely to develop certain diseases because you have an active lifestyle. So have a longer lifespan. So what I mean by that is that a lot of people with healthy and active lifestyles are going to live longer because of their life, what they're doing, what do they consume from a nutrition standpoint. And nutrition, not only nutrition that you put kind of into your body through your mouth, but nutrition that you listen to, nutrition that you read, nutrition that you watch. So what are those things that you're paying attention to that you're being fed by that is going to help you live a longer lifespan? So be cautious of that, and it's going to give you and help you have a healthy and an active lifestyle. So you're going to be happier and less depressed. So what I mean by that, so when I get around more experienced people, I literally ask questions and I see the joy on their face. And I usually ask them, what is it? What is it that's allowing you, or what is it that you have? What is it? And they're just happier, happier because they're up, because they're moving, because they're going to the stores. They're just engaged, and they seem to have a happier life. Now, I can only imagine someone that's not doing that is strapped to their home, that is maybe strapped to a wheelchair, or maybe strapped to something else. Now, even if you're in a wheelchair, you can still do this, but sometimes people take that situation and then think, oh, I can't do very much because I'm in this wheelchair. But no, you can still do some things, and you can still help people because you have a story. And that's what I'm talking about, an inspiration to others, because you have a story, because you've been through some things, you've lived your life, in most cases or some cases, you've raised some kids, and you've worked a career, or you've been a homemaker. So you have a story to tell, and often these stories will help inspire others. And we ultimately want you to live that healthy, good, active, engaging lifestyle, so that others can see you doing that, and they want to know, well, what is it? What is it that gets you up each and every day and keeps you going? I want some of that juice. I want to drink that. I want some of that water. I want some of that Kool-Aid. I want some of whatever you've been having. Give it to me so that I can have it as well. So some of the activities to consider, because we want you to have a balanced life. So balanced life, and you look at this circle here, it goes from social, being out there, material, things that you may have, or there's needs and there's wants, emotional, staying locked in, not going up and down, but kind of being right there. Spiritual, whoever your spiritual leader is, going to church, Bible study. Mentally, staying sharp. Pleasurable, doing things you enjoy. Professional, if you're still in the working mindset, or you retired, still using some of those skills and knowledge that you gain. And then the physical piece as well, getting out, being active, whether that's through exercise, or whether that's through walking, whether that is through volunteering. But we want you to have a balanced life. And that's going to include things like connecting with family and friends. In some cases, maybe the family and friends, or even the neighbor, you may not have talked as much. But if you have, then let's get that closer. Like, let's still have those family dinners. Let's still have those family functions. And let's invite our friends over, go over to our friend's house for, maybe it's a movie, maybe it's coffee, maybe it's tea. It's just doing those things that maybe you were doing, and then all of a sudden things change in your life, so you stop doing them. So let's get back to doing them. So learning something new, learning something new. Mr. R there. So leaning something new, but learning something new. Like, what is something new or different that maybe you may find interesting? I know social media and electronics, and every phone now is like a smartphone. So you got to know different things. So there's a lot of things that you can do on your phone that maybe you didn't do before. Maybe it's a game, or maybe it's a hobby. Maybe it's learning how to swim. Maybe it's riding a bike. There's different things that we can do, but learning new things will allow us to experience new things and engaging in different social settings. And maybe it's painting. I don't know. But just think of what could you learn that's new. So learning something new. Adopt healthy stress relieving habits. So when we talk about habit, it's something that you've been doing and you enjoy doing, and you enjoy doing, and you enjoy doing. And I say it like that because you enjoy doing it. So now it becomes a habit. And if you don't do it, your body, your mind, your soul is going to miss it. So we gotta figure that out. What is that something that we can learn, that we can do that's healthy, that's going to help us reduce some stress if we have stress in our life? Like, we don't want you to have stress, but we know stress comes and it kind of sits right there sometimes. But what is something that we can do that's going to help you relieve that stress? For me, I like to work out, or I like to go for walks. I like to just get outside and either listen to a podcast, listen to a sermon, in some cases music, but just going for a walk, getting out. And when you get out, you do hear the birds, you see the animals, you see the trees. And right now the fall color is coming in, so there's a lot of beauty out there. So maybe it's that, maybe it's getting out and just seeing. Maybe it's picking up variety of leaves and being able to do it. Maybe it's learning a new skill to learn how to plant, or to have a garden. Maybe it's gardening. But it's things that we can do that's going to help us, relieve some stress. Becoming more active in your community. So if you're not involved in your community or active in your community, there's so many opportunities out there for you. It could be at the library, could be at the YMCA. It could be, being a greeter. It could be, working at McDonald's. It could be just different areas that you can get into that will help you be more active in your community. The other day I saw the cutest thing, and it was just amazing. I was at the library, and I seen an older couple, and I'm just going to guess they were probably in their late 80s, early 90s, and they were volunteering at the library. And literally, they had a book. They had a cart of books, and it was. I want to say a husband and wife. I didn't ask the question, but it was a male and a female. And he looked like, yep, I'm following my honey. I'm following my honey. And they literally was putting the books back on the shelf. They was how people return books. They had them on the cart, and now they're going to the sections and they're putting the books back on the shelf. Now that's doing a lot, right? That's doing a lot, because now they're staying sharp. They're having to read kind of where the books go so they can put them in order. They're working together. They're getting out and about. They're doing some things together, and they're volunteering at their public library. So that was amazing. I thought that was pretty cool. Go out and get moving. So go out and get moving. It's not saying go out and run a marathon. It's not go out and run a half marathon. It's not go out and run a 5K, right? It's just go out, get moving, get outside your house, get the fresh air that's coming in. We got a little bit more time for us to still experience the outside. But even if it's getting out and walking, if you have a driveway, walk into your driveway, walking, down the sidewalk, just get out. Maybe just get out and stand and just look at the beauty and just, thank the man above, if you do that. But maybe it's that, but just get out, get moving, move your legs, stretch, do some twists, do some things so that you could just stay active. And then like join a team or a volunteer group. And what I mean by join a team is maybe there's a team of seniors that are going different places. I do some education at a senior center, and I know they go to like the casino, they do line dancing, they do farmers markets, they do other things together, right? Together. So they'll ride in the bus, they'll to come to the center, then they'll take the bus from the center to the location, and they go out and do things, and then they come back. So this allowing them to get out, and then other centers come and join as well. So you make different friends with different people. So different volunteer groups do that. A lot of these places have races or have special events. So there could be an opportunity for you just to volunteer to be a ticket taker or to work concessions or do something like that. It could be your grandkids organization that you can volunteer and just be a sharp mind, be a point of wisdom there as well. And then take a vacation. So I got my background is Hawaii. So my wife and I spent 2 weeks in Hawaii earlier this year. So I was blessed to be able to, we were both blessed to be able to go do that. But taking a vacation most of the time is a pretty stress relieving piece, or even a cruise with a group. And I say with a group because that way you're out with other people, you're out doing things with other people. So it's just not you by yourself, but a group of you, so that then you can go and talk with different people and just hang out with different people and just be able to communicate and socialize with other people. You learn a lot of things about different people when you go to vacations or to a cruise. And sometimes you can take that and then you can roll with it. And then, sometimes you're just out there and you're trying to figure it out. So when we're looking at these activities to consider, that connecting with family and friends, card games and traveling and making hobbies is a major one for me, because I want to make sure that we continue to stay locked and loaded with our family and then with our friends. So some of the programs that we offer, through Central State, and I know other universities, extensions offer these as well, but they're our Families Eating Smart, Moving More program. It's a great program, and there's a variety of segments within it, but it's a lot about helping you make good nutrition decisions, as well as exercise tips and tactics and things that you can do to keep your body moving. Same thing with Eat Smart, Live Strong. We are firm believers that if we eat smart from the earth, if we shop the perimeter of the store, make good health decisions, then we can be smart with our nutrition. And then as for smart with our nutrition, we're usually pretty smart with the everyday life and things that we do. That's going to help us eat smart and live strong, be strong in our beliefs and be strong in our efforts and be strong in our communities as well. Our WISE program, which is a wellness initiative for senior education, it is a 6-week program, and we really just take seniors through education about what changes will happen as you age. So we want to help you be well, we want to help you be educated, we want to help you be smart, so that as you age, you keep your your smartness about you, and then you're more independent. Not saying that you didn't want any help, but it just helps us educate you as well. The bingo size program is the fun game that a lot of people like to play is bingo. So we literally play bingo, but we also exercise. So we play a little bingo, may play a game of bingo or do a few calls, and then we do exercise lesson, a verbal lesson, and then we may do some exercises, whether that's squats, whether that's curls or something like that. We just do different exercises, throughout the whole program. But we play bingo. We have a little fun, then we have a little fun. So we have a little fun with the bingo, we have a little fun with the stretching, and we have a little fun with the exercise. And then we do a sit, stretch, and learn. So sit, stretch, and learn is basically, it's a sitting chair exercise program that we do different things with. We may have little balls that we squeeze for our dexterity in our hands and our fingers. Some people call them stress balls, but just balls to kind of help us strong, keep our hands strong. We do some core movements to kind of keep our core strong. So we're sitting up straight. So we're standing up straight as possible. We stretch because we want to make sure that we're still as limber as possible and just keep the lubrication within our joints, twisting left and right. And then we learn. And learning is going across the whole health spectrum that we're teaching about. It's not always about food and nutrition, but it could be about, just living a healthier lifestyle. It could be engaging in your community. It could be, planning certain foods. It can be mental health. So we have a lot of different things that we learn about. So we just pick a topic and then we address that through one of the programs that we have. So in summary, we kind of talked about these things here, but really tips to help seniors stay motivated. And staying motivated is, we want you to stay motivated from a standpoint of, we want you to stay interested. We want you to stay wanting to do more. We want you to stay locked in so that others can be inspired by you. So one of the things that we want to find ways to fit exercise into your day. So exercise in our body and then exercising our mind. So when we talk about exercise, we are talking about moving your body 5 days a week, 30 minutes a day, and sometimes 10-minute increments. But that could be also reading 10 pages of a good book a day. It could be reading your Bible. It could be reading or listening to something like a podcast. How are you exercising your day, and then how are you fitting that into your day? It could be first thing in the morning, could be midday, could be just any time, but finding ways that you do that so that you do that more consistently and you build a habit. Again, a habit, something that we do over and over and over again. And when we stop doing it, our body or our mind, our soul misses it. So we want to make sure that we continue to do that. What activities is it that you enjoy? And then how do we make it more fun? So you're doing some activities already, and then sometimes doing the same old gets a little bit boring, right? So how can we make it a little bit more fun? And sometimes how can we make it a little bit more challenging? How can we make it a little bit more engaging? What can we change up to make it happen? I know through our sit and stretch and learn class, some of the ladies have been coming to that. So now it's like, hey, James, can we do different music? Can we go a little bit faster? Can we do some things different? Can we go a little bit heavier on the weights? So it's like, it's that, because now they're stretching themselves, they're seeing good results. So now they want to go a little bit more, go a little bit further. Make it social. So what I say here, finding an accountability partner, is that we don't want you to do this alone. So when you go out and about doing things, we don't want you to be alone, because we know something could happen and we want somebody to be there with you just in case, something of an emergent nature might happen. We want somebody to be there with you just so that you're not by yourself. So we want to, make it social, get out, engage, whether it's going to the movies, whether it's going to the amusement park, whether it's going to the store, going to the grocery store, whether it's going to the flea market, just wherever. Just don't go alone, right? We want you to go with somebody, have somebody there with you. Accountability partner also is someone that can call and check on you if maybe you're not feeling well, maybe you're not up and about, or maybe you're not ready to go. but this accountability partner, and it's kind of two-way street. You can call them, they can call you, so two people can call each other, so that then they can have that accountability to really get up and get going, be healthy, have an active lifestyle. So you have that accountability partner. So we all know that sometimes there's a break in the routine. It could be weather related, could be, again, we may have had a loss, could be that, your medical, your health, something slows you down. So now you have a change in your routine. One of the things about changing routine is we're telling you to get back on track. So the thing about getting back on track goes back to that accountability partner, goes back to your family, your friends, and your neighbors. It goes back to being involved with different people, learning what they're doing, hearing what they're doing, so that you want to get back in track because you had that habit and you felt good, and therefore we want you to get back on track. So it may take a phone call or an email or a text, or just a post about something, an invitation, so that you can get back. Keep track of your progress. So keep track. So have a journal. If you're looking to do some things like health wise, then maybe you can journal it. But sometimes a journal allows you to keep track because we don't always remember. So when we write things down, that allows you to remember what you did. Old school, we used to write sentences. If we did something bad, we had to write a sentence: I will not talk in class. I will not talk in class, so that we will not talk in class. So as we get older, sometimes we got to go back to some of the things we did repetitively as a child to kind of help us, remember what they are. Joining a network group. So a network group is a group of people that network, that bring likeness or bring like ideas into a group. And a network group will allow you to then, if you have an interest about something, or if I'm gonna say you retired, you were a homemaker, like I said earlier, it could be a network group of women that have done that, or men that have done that, so that you can join that group. And now you're giving information and sharing information, or maybe sometimes you're just sharing stories. You're having coffee, tea, water, milk, whatever, and you're just sharing stories about what you do and who you are and what you used to do. And then sometimes the younger generation will want to be part of a networking group, because now, even though things are maybe a lot different, but now you can still impart knowledge on them, so that they can then be more aware of ways to help them as they progress. And engage within your church, Bible study. If you go to church, if you have a church home, Bible study. My grandmother, really big on Bible study, really big on reading the Bible, scriptures, and really, brought that to the family as well. But just that engagement. So that engagement will also allow you to volunteer in some cases. But that engagement also allows you to, go to church, whether it's Bible study on Wednesdays, church, Sunday school, Bible school, and then services as well. So that engagement in your church will allow you to kind of stay active and have a good, healthy lifestyle, if that's something that you like to get involved with. All right. So that completes our presentation today on participating in activities that you enjoy as you age. I would ask you, if you could, whether you're watching this on the recording or through another mechanism, to please complete our survey. Our survey is going to allow us to enhance what we do, maybe change a few things as we do our network. Let's talk about networks. Our network will come together, and we will discuss, kind of what these webinars are doing, our blogs and programs and resources are doing. So your evaluation of this program will be very, very, very helpful to us as we move forward, and we continue to have these resources available to educators that would then take them to our aging population. So there's the survey there. So https:// Tiny, tinyurl.com/NCRAN, NCRAN survey. And if you hit that, you click that, you type in that, that'll take you right to our survey. Shouldn't take you too long to complete that. And then our next webinar. So we have these webinars on the first Friday of each month. And next month in December, it would be Friday, December the 1st at 11 o'clock a.m. And that topic will be planning ahead, end of life planning. And that will be, again, Friday, December the 1st, 2023 at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you again very much for sitting in today, listening to me speak to you about participating in activities that you enjoy as you age. I thank you. I hope that you enjoy this presentation. And with that, have a great rest of your day and have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much.